All right. Hello, hello. Yeah, so I'm Ryan Ford. Kind of known as a variety speedrunner for a bunch of games. So today I've got a Metroid Zero mission, any percent on normal difficulty. So we get the timer started. I'll count down from 3, 3, 2, 1, go. Hey, yo, crowd getting live. I love this. Thank you. Yeah, this is my second time ever running a game in person. I've done like a lot of online marathons, but never in front of a live crowd. Or well, second time in front of a live crowd. But this crowd's much larger, so I like that. So yeah, I am a little bit rusty at this game, admittedly, but I think I still remember my stuff like to talk about. Most of the beginning, there's a bit of RNG with these enemies moving at the start. Ideally, you want to try. You can do 2 shots to kill them before you get hit, but unfortunately, I traded hits with that one enemy, so I did take a bit of damage. The reason that you don't want to just jump over them optimally is because Samus's run speed on the ground is faster than her moving in the air. So yeah, she moves at about like half speed, like in there compared to the ground. So you want to optimize running as much as you can. This climb is actually like a pretty big reset point for top runners, not me though. Plus I got bad RNG on that Ripper that I had to wait for anyway. Yeah, during this climb there's a lot of wall jumps. It can be pretty easy to drop wall jumps. Oh, whoops. Oh my goodness. All right, there you go. And with that, you can get through. You can get through that up to past that room from the start in about 1 minute and 20 seconds, like ideally. I'm gonna assume that I was probably at like 1:30 by that point. I haven't been looking at the timer though. So we're forced to get this missile more or less, and on the way back, I'm gonna be fighting a mini boss, so the charge beam beast. And that enemy I killed over the acid. I killed him to have a drop just stay there so he wouldn't spawn in my way on the way back. And so this mini boss, you can, if you hit 2 missiles in his eye on the same frame, then you can damage it twice. Unfortunately, I didn't get it, so you could kill in 2 cycles instead of 3, but it is frame perfect, but you do get 2 chances at it. And there's a bit of RNG, like you can shoot spikes at you afterwards. Oh, whoops, which is mostly meant for farming ammo if you run out of missiles. Fortunately, that didn't happen though. So, so the 3 cycle was still like decently fast. So, bit of RNG with these bugs and this kind of annoying room over here. So there's these hives with a bunch of bugs around them, and they take 2 regular shots and 3 missiles to kill in total. So I'm gonna try to, since I don't have the long beam, which increases your shot range to go across like full screen, then I gotta do some some weird shenanigans to try and damage these hives a little bit, and then with the 2 shots, and then run and shoot missiles at them. So unfortunately, I pressed jump slightly too late, so I just ran off the ledge for fun. But yeah, maybe wasted like 5 seconds. Wasn't the worst. I at least didn't like die from taking hits, because if you take contact damage from the hives, they do a lot of damage. So you really want to avoid that, if anything. So I'm gonna shoot a missile at the door here so that I can start charging early, so that I can, yeah, in case I get bad RNG like that, where the enemy was moving to the left, then you just kill him with the pseudo screw attack. If you charge early, so it covers the RNG there. And so gonna be getting bombs, which would usually be the first split in the speedrun. So, you know, classic morph ball bombs for pretty much any Metroid game, breaking blocks, damaging enemies, etc., etc. So there's quite a bit of RNG with these bugs over here. And okay, I managed to soft morph on the ground to not bounce when landing. So there could be bugs still stuck in that spot where they drop down from. And sometimes you can like lose a lot of time because there might be like 1 or 2 bugs like stuck up there as a troll, and it's like really hard to tell. There's like 24 bugs in total that you need to kill with your bombs in that room. And yeah, the time can vary like a crazy amount. So pretty much gonna be making my way over to Norfair first. This route in 90% on normal, we do go through Norfair into Ridley first instead of Kraid first, even though that's quote unquote the intended order to do Kraid, then Ridley. But it is faster to clean up Ridley for a variety of reasons, including getting super missiles early as well, so that we can just like melt Kraid really easily and get through certain rooms easier. Plus high jump, plus yeah, like more movement stuff like high jump, having like ice beam, etc., etc. So I did take a lot of damage, so I'll try to pick up like health if I can, because you do want to be at full health, because then you'll have more of a chance of enemies dropping missiles, and I do want to keep my ammo up for mini boss coming up before Ridley's area. So we have a bit of a cutscene here, so if the hosts have anything to shill or like donations to read out.
We're good for now, but if anybody want to give money towards the save the animals or kill the animals, there's about a $300 gap between the two. So if you want to change the tide in favor of killing the animals, it's your time to shine.
Nice, nice. Yeah, so we've raised what, over 10K, right? So it's actually wild. Unfortunately, I missed like most of the event because I just kind of hung out in the city nearby, so I did other things, but still showed up for the run. Still showed up for the run. That's all that matters. So yeah, running through Norfair. Since I don't have long beam yet again, I had to shoot out one of those blocks with a missile. And my ammo count is kind of low, but I think I should be able to manage or try to farm if if the situation looks kind of dire for ammo count or health. So it should be okay. So first off, gonna get this unknown artifact. So this one, when I get the full power suit later on, will be the plasma beam. So like near the end of the run. And this also lets you be able to break these blocks with the glyphs on them. I'll try this one more time. Okay, there you go. So JBJ, I think it stands for jump bomb jump. There, you can save about a second compared to doing like 2 bomb jumps to get up there. But since I got it like 3rd try, obviously I lost time compared to the easy method. So yeah, and I got a power grip. So this allows Samus to grab ledges. Okay, my bad. So it's like a bit of a rhythm for bomb jumping there. So you can save like 3 seconds if you bomb jump up compared to just doing that wall jump cheese to get to that one platform. So yeah, I find it easier if I'm not talking to bomb jump up. So yeah, that's why I was quiet for a bit. So I'm sure y'all understand. It's a speedrun. And yeah, these rippers, quite a bit of RNG for how they move, because they can start moving to the right or the left when you enter the room. So I got bad luck on the first one, and then I got okay, I technically got bad luck on both, but then because I had to slow down from the bad RNG on the first, then the second one passed anyway. So that one didn't make a difference. All right, so grabbing this missile upgrade because it's a little faster compared to bomb jumping up on the first visit. If you just use power grip and grab the ledge. So I did waste some frames farming drops. It is pretty nice that I'm getting missile drops instead of like health or nothing, despite not being at full health. So yeah, you can make use of power grip or wall jumping for getting off of some of these ledges. And so I'm going to be going up for ice beam first in the heated room. So I'd like to beat this ripper. Okay, there you go. So it's kind of bonking everywhere when jumping. And then this room can be a little dangerous if you miss a jump and fall in the lava and start like eating damage. So kind of took that a little slow and safe. All right, so ice beam here, and Instead of bombing these 2 blocks, it's faster to just shoot 2 missiles. And, the Ripper is in the way, so I just froze it and used it as a platform instead of wall jumping. And oh my god, this Ripper RNG is kind of troll. Jeez. Okay, there you go. So it's pretty big cutscene skip here. If you bomb jump up over that, it loses like 25 seconds to trigger that Chozo statue, because there's a cutscene showing you where to go next. And actually, on the way out of Norfair, there'll be more enemies that spawn, so it's like more difficult to navigate on your way out as well. So I have to be careful here. I did get... Alright, technically, like, speed-wise, it's the worst RNG to get the Ripper moving to the right, but it's safer because there's crumble blocks right under, and if you fall, then you have to go back through that room where I did the cutscene skip and everything. So it loses like a minute if you miss that. And I missed it in a marathon once, so... you know, the Ripper giving the bad RNG, like, helped. And, you know, I only really, like, lose like a second, so it's not that bad. There's an enemy up here. I forgot to charge my beam. And yeah, so I'm going to try to use a pseudo screw attack and a missile to kill these. I don't know the name of these enemies, actually. I've been told by runners so many times when I like forget enemy names like so often for the Metroid universe, honestly. So yeah, I grabbed a high jump first. So there is a route divergence a little bit between some runners. Getting high jump early or high jump late. I think optimally getting high jump early is a little faster, but a lot of like old school runners are more used to getting high jump late still, so they still opt for it. But yeah, early high jump. The reason I also go for it is that it's... Oh, I'm actually short on ammo. Hold on. Yeah, the reason that I also go for it is this mini boss is actually easier, in my opinion, because without high jump, you'd have to kind of wall jump and shoot 3 missiles like diagonal. It's like 2 straight and then 1 diagonal like upwards as well. I'm kind of taking this slow because I keep missing shots occasionally and missing moving. So yeah, with high jump, you can just kind of... What the... You kind of just jump on the edge of you kind of just jump on the edge of these platforms over here, and if your angled shot can reach if you're standing at the very edge. If you're standing slightly too close to the Imago cocoon, then your missiles will tink. So I had to make sure I was positioned correctly, because I only had 1 ammo of leniency without having to farm those spores it was shooting. So yeah, I didn't want to risk missing, so I took it kind of slow.
Do we have time for donation?
Yo, go ahead.
Yeah, so donation. we got a $100 donation from Michel, who says GG à l'organisation pour cette fin de semaine, and sends his money towards Save the Animals.
Thank you, thank you. And yeah, if any donations come for Runner's Choice, I'd want to put it to kill the animals, because we got to save the frames. But anyway. So yeah, this room's dangerous as well, because these Disgigas, the big side hopper guys, they do like 30 damage. So ideally you want to get hit by the pipe bugs if you want to try to damage boost through them, because I think the green bugs do like 12 damage and the yellow bugs do 18. And yeah, the Skigas do 30, so you can like easily die. Oh shoot, you can easily die if you get hit too much. All right, so that's a pretty massive time loss there. I accidentally fully charged my beam because I was just kind of not paying attention. But this will actually make part of the route a little safer. So you get to grab this E-tank. But that is a very huge time loss because I got to go through the Disgiga room again. There is a way that you can like jump off of those crumble blocks, like a frame perfect jump, to get back up there. But I tried practicing it, but I couldn't get it anymore. I'm like... went yesterday and the day before, so I couldn't get it, so like a single time. So I'd probably just waste more time trying, honestly. So yeah, you can also destroy those blocks on those pipelines I was running across, so you don't want to accidentally break them and fall. Oh, I did the same thing. What am I doing? I keep holding charge through the door. And then, because I keep getting the enemies, like, He's giving me the RNG where he's moving down instead of up, so I had to like angle the shot so I keep fully charging the beam instead of just releasing right away. That's my bad. So yeah, there's super missiles early, so I can just damage boost through these guys, especially now that I have like way more health too. So we're gonna actually backtrack to grab these super missiles as well to speed up. Speed up fighting Ridley. And so you're gonna be fighting him soon. So use that super missile to break that block, and then this mini block puzzle you can get another super missile tank. So that's all the super missiles are gonna need for the run, ideally. There are 2 routes. There's either 50 regular missiles and 4 supers, or you can do 50 and 6, depending. Because later on in Torian, there's a Zebetite skip, and if you don't want to do Zeb skip, then you can go for these really hard super missiles called Brinstar Supers, and I think it loses 4 seconds compared to like a perfect Zeb skip, but you also have more ammo, so it helps. So you just kill all the Zebetites instead of 2 of them. So taking that refill, yeah, that refill is actually in the route. So I was trying to do a refill glitch by destroying the thing that the Chozo statue is holding, and oh yeah, this is gonna be really loud. Really screeches definitely peak the game sound. So you're gonna just like face tank damage a lot and wait for him to start flying and then just shoot missiles up. A lot of the bosses are jokes, honestly, in most categories for this game. Where you can just, you know, take hits and just shoot a lot. Unfortunate that he didn't drop any super missiles, but oh well. Usually I expect that to happen, but actually in practice, he dropped like too many super missiles, and I was like, oh, that's awesome. But I don't know, used to him dropping 0. So I'm gonna have to farm some enemies, and since I grabbed this extra E-tank from that other mistake, I can also kill these owls over here. Whoops. And they have these owl guys, they have a 75% chance to drop a super missile, so only 1 of them dropped a super out of 3, but so that's a bit unlucky. But near the exit, there's going to be 3 more, so usually kind of assume that like at least 1 of them will drop 1, because the odds are pretty in your favor. Yeah, my regular missile count is kind of not great, but it's okay. Okay, there's a super. Yeah, because I want to have 4 supers, or well, 3 at least for Kraid later, so it makes the fight a lot easier. But since my regular missile count is kind of low, then I might have to do some slower strats later on too. So yeah, you get this like shortcut exit after defeating Kraid, or defeating Ridley. So you can take these ball boosts to get out as well. And also high jump actually saves time over there, because you get a jump ball as well when you get high jump. So I was able to not bomb jump on one of the platforms and just use like the morph ball jump instead. All right, so gonna hope for missile drops from some stuff. There's one thing over here. Whoa, what this like hive thing? That always drops a missile, but you can only kill it with a missile, so you only get one back, technically. And I'm gonna hope the rippers are not in my way here. All right, cool. Ah. Okay, that works. So yeah, gonna make our way over to Kraid. It's like a little less dangerous, but there is one. There's one trick coming up in Kraid's area that for me has been pretty hit or miss whenever I'm rusty. So we'll see how that goes. Whoop. All right, I have a little issues with morphing. It's like weird. All right. Oh yeah, another thing. So there normally after beating Kraid, there would be a cutscene with like Ridley coming to the planet that would play, but because I killed Ridley already, the game keeps track of that, so that cutscene won't play as well. So that's part of the reason that we do Ridley first as well. At least in this route. Oh, whoops. Yeah, accidentally grabbing ledges is definitely a Zero Mission and Fusion classic right there. And yeah, I grabbed 2 extra E-tanks for safety. Normally in a run you would only grab 1 energy tank. Optimally, but you can play it safe if need be. Alright, so the trick that I'm going to go for, if I fail it a couple times, then I might, what's it called? Oh, whoops. If I fail it like a couple times, then I might actually do a safety save in case of risk of dying from acid damage. So in practice, it's been kind of hit or miss. So we'll see if I get it though. Yeah, so you gotta unmorph in time to grab those ledges. Oh, I think I moved a little late. I'm not too sure though. I'm just gonna reset the room. This is slower than doing horizontal bomb jumps if you miss as a backup, but I can't do horizontal bomb jumps anymore. I've completely lost the muscle memory. I think because I've been running Super Metroid, it's like ruined my muscle memory for that. So, so you gotta take larger time losses by resetting the room. Okay, yeah. Yeah, the only reason I'm a little concerned about this trick is that there was a marathon once where I failed this like a dozen times or something, and I lost like 7 minutes just to this one thing. It's not difficult, honestly, or not that difficult once you get used to it, but I guess the timing's a little weird.
You got this.
Hey, thank you. I'll try my best. All right, try this again. I had the timing right, but I didn't get the unmorph to grab the ledge. Because if Samus is less than 1 tile above the ceiling, below the ceiling, then you can't unmorph if you press up. So you have to make sure that you fall down by enough to be able to unmorph as well. So it can be a bit awkward. Same with grabbing all of these ledges on these square blocks. Then I do have to like delay my timing to unmorph to grab the ledge each time. Okay, there you go. Cool. Hey, thank you. That might have been slower than just like doing the intended thing now at this point, but yeah, I think you saved like 1.5 minutes from fighting a mini boss called the Acid Worm, which activates the grapple lines after you beat him. Oh, I wasted too many missiles there. That's not good. Actually, it's fine. I'll just freeze the side hoppers coming up later on if I don't get any missile drops before that.
And we got another donation.
Hey, go ahead.
So we got a donation of $50 from Wooly 304, who says, "Let's go atteindre la run bonus de Mario RPG Rando." Yeah, I'm switching English-French so easy.
Yeah, as a filthy Toronto guy, my French is bad. All right, so that part, those side hoppers, ideally, if you have enough missiles, you can hit them with doubles while running straight and not slowing down. The timing's actually kind of tough to do it, too. So I tried on the last side hopper, but I missed it anyway. This eye door, it's kind of random how long it takes for his eye to open. So here's the hardest boss in the run. Nah, I'm just kidding. So since you have super missiles early, then yeah, it normally takes like 15 missiles to kill Kraid, and he has his mouth wide open right at the start, so you can just like run straight and shoot like 3 supers into his mouth. Because a super missile in this game does is the same damage as 5 regular missiles. So yeah, so it's like huge. So cool, I got the refill glitch this time, which saves a little bit of time. I think it's like 4 seconds, so it starts refilling during getting the item. So that one was speed booster. So now you can run straight and yeah, eventually you'll have the speed booster and like run through speed blocks, and you can store Shine Spark as well to launch yourself up. So this next part, I do need to Shine Spark across like a long gap of acid because I didn't fight the Acid Worm, the mini boss. So shoot the door and try to just like spark all the way across. Because normally those zip lines would be powered. Oh, that was close. Yeah, the zip lines would be powered, and you can just like use the zip line to go across. But yeah, since they're not active, then you gotta shine spark over there to get out. I ideally didn't want to get hit there because I'm gonna be heading to Torian, and I want to be at full health so that the Metroids likely won't drop health. So I will try to kill some of these guys because they do pretty often drop big health as well. Okay, 2 out of 3 did, so it's pretty good. And yeah, gonna be making the climb back up. Same one as the start, except I have high jump now, so I gotta remember that the movement's different here. Yeah, so do one less wall jump here. Yeah, I think the Ripper. Oh, what the? Okay, yeah, the enemies are all kind of out of whack because I messed up my movement there. But I thought the Ripper was going to be my way too, but at least I got good RNG. So, because even if you get the bad luck, it's just a little tighter to get past it. Oh, what? The Shine Spark didn't store, but okay. So it does save like a second if you Shine Spark across the room. Unfortunately, using Speed Booster and Shine Sparks, because you move fast, it looks like a lot of them save more time than they do, but unfortunately, because of Samus kind of having like a bonk animation when she like hits a wall or something, then that animation like wastes a bit of time, so usually it like ends up being like not that much faster to Shine Spark in a lot of spaces. So here's Torian, so there's the Metroids, the things in the game's namesake. And so ideally you want to get some super missile drops from them, because it takes 5 missiles to kill a Metroid, and then 1 super missile to kill them. And I think they have a 10% chance to drop supers, so it'd be an ideal outcome. So I did get health there, because since I fell in the acid when I messed up my movement. Oh, actually, I'm just kind of getting trolled by the game. We got like a double health there at full health. So, you use all my supers early, and ideally hope that some supers drop. There's one. So I'm gonna use my 2 here, because especially in this route when you have only 4 super missiles instead of 6, then generally, oh my god, are you kidding? Generally, it's better to use your supers, because if the Metroids end up double dropping like super missiles, then sometimes they can just be wasted if you don't like use them. So there's a bit of the risk, but at the end of the Metroid area, I would ideally like to be full, have full super missiles and have as close to full regular missiles as you can. Oh, another thing with the Metroids is that oh, whoops. They, when they're spawning in from the background, is RNG, how long they take to spawn in. So, there's not really like a set routing or like strats for like how to deal with the Metroids because of that. Yeah, like how this close one took like really long to spawn in, and then the close one took long to spawn in, and then the back one like came in kind of slow, but earlier than the others. So, since these are the last 2 Metroids, I'm gonna just use regular missiles, since I don't want to gamble not getting a super missile drop, because I'm gonna have to farm now to try and get up to at least 49 regular missiles and full supers. So these Rinkas, wow, it actually dropped a super. It dropped another? Oh my god. So the gamble here is because these Rinkas, the green ones always drop an item. Oh, I'm at full. They always drop an item, but it's like a 10% chance to drop a super. And sometimes you can just lose like 3 minutes or something from like never getting supers, so don't want to risk it. So I'm trying. This is bad. Okay, I'm gonna reset the room. So I'm trying to do a Zebetite skip now, since I only have 4 supers. The other strat, you can just kill 2 of the Zebetites and then farm ammo again. Oh, whoops. Oh my god. I keep being a frame early, like, consistently. That's wild. Okay, I'll try again. So what you have to do is you freeze the Zebetite, or that Rinka, sorry, the ring thing here, above the ground on a certain point, and you need to drop a morph ball bomb. Okay, there you go. And then you have to unmorph on the same frame that you get a bomb jump. And Samus will kind of have this like glitchy state that'll let her slide through the Zebetite. And the third Zebetite will also. Oh, 1 second. Okay. Shoot, I messed this up. All right. Yeah, so the third Zebetite will also despawn. So so you only need to kill 2 of them with your missiles. So you have like just enough to kill all the Zebetites and to kill all the Zebetites and to kill Mother Brain and like break the glass and all that stuff. So yeah, normally you want to kill Mother Brain in 4 cycles. So every 5 missiles worth of damage, so close her eye and shoot a beam at you. So we can do is shoot 4 regular missiles and then shoot a super as your fifth damage source. And if you do it that way, you can kill in like 4 cycles instead of like 7 or whatever it would be with like just missiles. All right, and so here's the escape. Yeah, so I was able to ramble during the escape, I guess. Not much aside from like vertical climbing, pretty much. And we beat the video game. No, I'm just kidding.
It was all a lie.
Yeah, so with this remake of the first Metroid game. So normally, first Metroid game, that's where the game ends. But yeah, they put this Zero Suit sequence, which I am going to probably save as well, coming up. So the stealth section, when you start, you have 99 health, and the enemies do 100 damage, so you will die in 1 hit.
I have another donation from Truly, who gives $25.02 and says, "The GBA Metroids were the first speedrun I watched. Thanks for running, Ryan. Good luck."
Yo, no problem. Hey, glad y'all are enjoying as well. I haven't been grinding this game too much recently, but I don't know. I kind of switch between games a lot on my stream. So if you do want to shoot a follow, I'm at well, it's right above me, Ryan_forward522. Yeah, I guess Super Metroid has been a bit more of my grind recently. I'm pretty new at that game, but yeah, I'm trying to get a lot better at it. I just picked up 100% for that game as well, like this week. So also my muscle memory kind of bleeds over from that game to this game. So sometimes I've been making mistakes from playing too much SM. So yeah, normally runners usually wouldn't heal and save here, but yeah, doing it for safety. I also skipped over getting the map data in that other room, which I think it loses like 11 seconds if you get it by accident. I did a slower strat where I did a jump extend, though. What the heck? I'm not grabbing the ledge. That's weird. Okay, so this room should be slow now because I think oh, never mind. The enemies lost sight of me, actually. So normally I was supposed to stun the guy on top and then run through him. So that would make that gate open sooner, like the alarm turns off sooner. But yeah, I guess that worked out. Oh, I messed this up again, shoot. So normally if you move in a specific way, you can make those 2 guys kill each other, and this gate that's in my way would have opened. But I messed up the movement, so the right guy was shooting at the left guy. So I waited there to stun that guy so that this gate would be open right in front of the crawl space. Because it loses more time to enter this room and then wait for the guy to leave the room. So, and yeah, so when I jumped up just now, you have to do a neutral jump there. Otherwise, if you spin jump, it's like sub-pixel dependent whether you'll make it up there when you jump or not. But if you do a neutral jump without spinning, you'll make it up every time. So yeah, there I did another spin break and respin to not grab the ledge over there. Or it's what we call a jump extend. If you break your spin, usually with a shot, and then spin again right away, then you get pushed forward a small amount. So that room with the searchlights there, you can, there's a strat called lightning fast searchlights, which saves like 2 seconds, but if you get caught by the searchlight, then you have to wait for the alarm to turn off, and it loses like 8 seconds. Oh, I also forgot to jump through that door. I think there's like a door fix there that saves like 8 frames or something, so. What? Yeah, I have no idea why Samus did not grab the ledge. This is really dangerous now, so I gotta be careful. So, make sure I don't. Oh my god. Alright, I might die. Never mind. Okay, we're okay, we're okay. That would have been a very massive time loss if I died there, so. I'm gonna take another safety heal, because, yeah, I dropped the wall jump again, so I took like an extra hit because of that too. Otherwise, I would have kept. Oh, I forgot to do the spike thing too, so I was rambling. Yeah, otherwise I would have kept going without taking the this safety heal here. But yeah, since I dropped that wall jump in that one room, then yeah. Honestly, I'm gonna chalk that one up to cold hand Johns, because it's kind of freezing. But it's my fault for not packing a jacket. But anyway, so yeah, this area, there's a lot of like vertical climbing, so you gotta be good about your wall jumps in this area, and knowing which spots you might have to grab ledges. So here, I'm gonna try something called Sam Skip, which I think it was like found by Sam the Digital, where you can move in a specific way and have this alarm turn off. Unfortunately, that guy on the bottom, when I was dropping down, saw me, so the alarm didn't turn off, so I'll have to lose a bit of time later. Because, yeah, now this guy's chasing me on my tail, but there's going to be a gate in the way in front of a save. Yeah, over here. So you can wait for this guy to leave the room, and then the alarm will turn off and the gate will open, but if you just run into the save room and in and out, then it's a little faster than waiting for that guy to leave. So yeah, that's all I had to do as a side thing instead. Yeah, so more running through alarms. This wall beam might hit me. It does less damage than these pirates by a lot. I think it only does like 16 or something. So I gotta shoot that guy, shoot this guy. And the bar underneath my health is the charge gauge for the stun gun. So it has to be fully charged when you shoot at an enemy to be able to stun them. So the second guy is stunned. It can be very easy to shoot slightly too early. So you gotta pay attention and not shoot and not stun him. So yeah, as long as I just keep running straight, these guys shouldn't catch me. And here I gotta make sure I don't drop wall jumps, or I could end up dying if I fall back into that pit of like all those pirates chasing after me. All right, so should be good. Yeah, nice. All right, so got another instance of RNG coming up. So what's this? Charlie the Chozo. So there's a lot of cutscenes here in this area, and the Chozo is gonna have like a kind of like a reflection of Samus, and eventually a glyph will show up in place of her, like flashing, and you need to shoot a charge shot into it to activate each of the glyphs. So we have to do 4 cycles of that, and it's random how long it takes to show the glyph each time. So usually it's a variance of about 15 seconds in this segment, or in this fight, I guess. I'll also be like running back and forth a lot, starting from the second cycle onwards, because first it doesn't move, but it'll start moving once it changes, and or once I get this first hit. And if you stand in place, it'll try to shoot lightning straight on top of where you're standing. So you can also sometimes speed it up if you damage yourself as well. And since I have all these extra E-tanks, then I can try. Normally you could only do it once if you like don't take a heal, because you'd usually be at 99 health. Oh, that's unlucky. So I had to. So in this fourth cycle, he'll shoot lightning still, but if you're moving, it'll be in the center. But he keeps like flashing the glyph like exactly when he's shooting the lightning. I've like never seen that happen that many times in a row. So as I was like distracted trying to jump over, then he would like briefly flash it every time. So there is a little glitch you can do if you happen to move on the same frame that Samus stops to like look at the reflection of herself to get the full suit. You can still have control of her and like run around from the room. It doesn't save any time. It's just swag. So normally like stand in the middle and just kind of wiggle like left and right and like hope you get it. So yeah, now I've got the grape suit. So what's it called? Oh, he's on this side? Oh, that was weird. Ah, I can't aim down. All right, so gonna actually grab super missiles from here and try to shine spark chain. In this category, it doesn't really matter if I drop this shine spark, but it does look a little cool to. What the? Okay, there. Cool to do it. So, all right. Admittedly, I actually did not practice this part at all, so I gotta hope I go the right way. Oh, that's bad. I forgot that this was bomb block. I didn't have a save in this spot, so I kind of skipped over this area. So hopefully I remember where to go. And yeah, so if you kill the pirates, then the gates will unlock if you kill all of them if they're in your way. And the pirates don't drop anything, so if I want to heal, I can use these safe spots as well. But for now, I have like an extra E-tank of health, so compared to normal, so I'll just run it. And yeah, so now the other movement abilities are unlocked. So I have like gravity suit, so I take a lot less damage. It gives mobility and liquid surfaces, but that won't matter for this category though. And I let that guy shoot the bomb blocks instead of me dropping bombs there. What? Oh wow, my shot input just dropped as a whole, so I jumped straight into that guy without shooting him. Then these atomics are kind of weird. They don't do a lot of damage if you get hit by them, but they get attracted to you if you're charging, and but then they also won't shoot lightning as well if you are charging your beam. So I try to charge for a little bit to like not have them shoot, and then yeah, like continue moving and then let go of the shot at some point. Oh, what? That's weird. I tried to shoot up, but I didn't get a release. That was weird. All right, anyway. It's enough complaining. Because, yeah, health is a little dangerous, but still, I think it should still be okay anyway. So, yeah, space jump in this game is honestly, I think this is the best space jump in any Metroid game, 2D Metroid game, because you have to be falling for a minimum of 8 frames to be able to jump again. So, yeah, whereas like, I don't know, Super Metroid's like weird. I think it's like 12 frames when you're not in water. And then, oh, I killed that guy. Whoops. Nah, it's fine. And then, what's the other? Metroid Fusion, you have to be waiting like, falling for like 15 frames minimum to be able to space jump. So, it's like a quarter of a second. So it's like awkward to control. I'm gonna play this part safe and oh my god. Well, I still took a hit even though I tried to be safe. Oh wait, I went the wrong way. What am I doing? So yeah, I'm supposed to be topside here, but yeah, it's crumble blocks here. So yeah, I lost a lot of health because the atomics were kind of jerks as well. And somehow this guy was way ahead of the other guys. I've never seen that before. I think it's because the alarm was still active when I was coming through this room. Maybe. All right, so just play that safe to try and keep these guys out of my way, because I'm going to die in one hit at this point. The alarm being off here is actually not good, because skibby enemies near me. Here, I'm going to actually like safety safe as well, so just in case. I got to make sure I actually finish the run. And I could die in one hit to Ridley, so yeah, we just play it safe and, you know, not waste a lot of time. But yeah, I'm for sure gonna go overestimate, but I think, assuming without dying, I think it'll be like less than 2 minutes over at this point. All right, so you shoot 2 missiles here to not have to bomb as much, and then try and gain my speed booster over here, and gonna try and break this one block and jumping into it. And then these crumble blocks take forever, so you can bomb this here. And yeah, so here's the final boss. So there's an escape sequence after this fight as well. So gonna hear him crawling for a while, and should take like 6 super missiles to kill. Oh, dang. Oh my god, I tinked like 3 of them. That's bad. But since I refilled my missiles, then it's like not the worst, but this fight will be pretty slow since I shot 2. Okay, there you go. Yeah, since I shot 2 missiles into his claw by accident, and then the 3rd time I missed, I actually just missed. I'm surprised. It like looked like it hit, but it didn't. And I was like, oh, okay. So yeah, we got the escape sequence here. Yet again, so I don't want to fall through that crumble block. Make sure to break that. Normally you're supposed to shoot that block instead of bombing it, because it's a little faster, but I kind of struggled to unmorph, so it was a little bit of a mistake there. And then shooting out all the shooting out all those blocks is faster than bombing them. Oh, what's this? Slowpoke. Oh my gosh. This is so cute, actually. I am a slowpoke, though, for being overestimate, so. Oh no, shoot. Okay, yeah, so. Okay, gotta be a little bit careful here, because I could still die from taking too much damage, even with the 2 extra E-tanks, so. Yeah, so since I do have a lot of missiles, I can speed up one part slightly right here with this bot. So I want to stand in a specific spot to speed booster, and also to break the speed block there while being able to store the Shine Spark. And then I'm gonna play this part safe and just do like that bottom row instead. So you can bomb spark and or ball spark and go all the way across the rooms to the final room. And there'll be some metal pirates to fight. So I'm gonna try some cheese. There could be something weird that happens. Yeah, so if you hit him before he finishes climbing up, then you can he'll just get stuck and start shooting the other way. So it's the way that you can cheese that fight. So time will be coming up when I get into the ship, which is right here. And time. All right, so I was like 2.5 minutes over, but hope y'all enjoyed. And this, that's so cute. I wanna keep this, but I know that. All right, so yeah, I guess I don't want to keep y'all waiting, so well, I'll head out in a moment. So if you want to give me a follow, I'm at Ryan_Ford522 on Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, YouTube. It's all the same. And yeah, you can definitely catch me playing casual games and speedrunning a bunch of stuff, and occasionally Smash Bros. Melee. Pretty rare, though. All right, anyways, hope you all enjoyed. Catch you later.
Thank you for the great run, Ryan. And for those pour ceux qui sont dans la salle et ceux qui sont en ligne encore, restez à l'écoute parce qu'on s'en va avec une classique run de Super Metroid juste après avec Volrat. Puis n'oubliez pas, il nous manque moins de 2000 $ pour atteindre le Super Mario RPG. Je ne sais pas si vous voulez dans la salle avoir un Super Mario RPG run. Mais il faut atteindre le 12 000. Let's go!